I think it's crazy I'm the one who they labeled as controversial, and Cardi B is the role model for 12-year-old girls. There's rappers pushing Xanax at the top of the billboard, but if I mention race in a song, I'm scared I'll get killed for it. It's backwards, it's getting exponentially dumb. It's more difficult to get a job than purchase a gun. Eminem used to gay bash and murder his mom, and now he doesn't want fans if they voted for Trump. We're ashamed to be American. You should probably love it, cause you have the right to hate it and not get stoned to death in public. As children we were taught how to walk and talk, but the system wants adults to sit down and shut up. Cancel culture runs the world now, the planet went crazy. Label everything we say as homophobic or racist. If you're white, then you're privileged, guilty by association. All our childhood heroes got Me Too'd or they're rapists. They never freed the slaves. They realized that they don't need the chains. They gave us tiny screens, we think we free cause we can't see the cage. They knew that race war would be the game they need to play. For people to big teams, they use the media to feed the flame.
They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old safe zones. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings.
I think it's crazy how these people screaming facts, but they fake woke. Hate their neighbor cause he wears a mask or he stays home. Has a daughter but his favorite artist said he slays hoes. Picks her up from school, music slaps on the way home. Censorship's an issue cause they choose what they erase. There's a difference between hate speech and speech that you hate. I think Black Lives Matter was the stupidest name, when the system's screwing everyone exactly the same. I just want to spend Thanksgiving Day with food and my family, without being accused of celebrating native casualties. We got so divided, it's black and white and political. Republicans are bigots, libtards if you're liberal. There's riots in our streets and it's just getting worse. Y'all screaming deep on the police, y'all are genius for sure. They're underfunded already, they're way too busy to work. Order food and call the cops, see what reaches you first. Segregation ended, that's a lie in itself. That was a strategy to make us think they were trying to help. They knew that racism was hot if they designed it to sell. We buy up every single box and divide us ourselves.
They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old safe zones. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings.
We use violence to get peace and wonder why it isn't working. That's like sleeping with a football team to try and be a virgin. Politicians are for sale and someone always makes the purchase, but you and I cannot afford it. Our democracy is worthless. If a man has mental illness, call him crazy, say it silently. When country's going crazy, we accept it as society. Get sick and take a pill. When the side effects get you high, you get addicted like these rappers dying fighting with sobriety. Censoring the facts turns our children into idiots. They claim it's for our safety, I'll tell you what it really is. Removing information that empowers all the citizens. The truth doesn't damage points of view that are legitimate. They're trying to change amen to amen and women. How'd we let them make praying a microaggression? Instead of asking God for the strength to keep winning, we cheat to get ahead and then we ask him for forgiveness. Feminism used to be the most righteous of fights, but these days it feels like they secretly hate guys. I don't trust anyone who bleeds for a week and don't die. I'm just kidding, but everything else that I said is right.
They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old safe zones. They so fake woke. Facts don't care.
$68 trillion. That is how much money is up for grabs in the next 12 months. Hey, I'm Brian Fouts, CEO of the Elevation Group, the biggest online investment club in the world, and I want to give you my brand new audiobook, The Bank of You, completely free. Now, since 2010, we've had the honor and privilege to help thousands of people from the middle class unplug from the commercial.
Hip-hop diet is full of guys who cannot even rap.
Facts.
Media dividing us by colors, white or black.
Facts.
If you believe in Jesus, these days Christians get attacked.
Facts.
If you don't hate police, then everybody thinks you're whack. And everything's so connected. Black Lives Matter got so aggressive. White folks who agree can't support the message. Both sides go to war because they don't respect it. Our social climate from the global tension turned to total violence and a whole depression. We could unify and then I'll go against them, but we let them divide us with votes and elections. Hey, the music we bump, all about shooting guns and doing drugs. Hey, whoa. The things that we want are promoted subliminally through the songs like, you need a fast car. You need designer clothes. You need a rap star to tell you to start popping pills, hit the blunt, and go live at the club till you're broke. It's all controlled by the elites. Put fake news all over our screens, convincing the right to go fight with the left and distract from the fact it's each other we need. Divided by race and religion, segregated into teams. You a white supremacist. If you're not, I guess you Antifa.
Screaming from the rooftops, beat down better. Turn us on each other now, no lives matter. If we do what the news wants, blood gon' splatter. Turn us on each other till no lives matter.
Freedom's dead. If you have an opinion, take it back. Facts. People hate the president. If you don't, then you trash. Facts. Indoctrinate the nation using news and mainstream rap. Facts. The government abuses us. It's all part of the plan. Facts. And it's so confusing. Black Lives Matter is a valuable movement, but all lives matter ain't racist or stupid. It's non-black humans who don't feel included. All colors fall under laws to govern the whole country, and we all suffer. We're all broke and nobody recovers until we accept that we're all brothers. Hey, the music we make, all about big booties and getting paid. Hey, whoa. We watch the news and it fills up our brains with violence and riots and race. Like this is a race war. You need to hate more. Get what you came for. You need some songs about Xanax and violence so you can escape more. What a vicious cycle we can't break away from. They control the culture, they control the paper. They're indoctrinating a whole generation till the patriots start to hate the nation. The music we love make us dumb and addicted. The news that we watch is brainwashing the children. The viruses, riots, and racist conditions ain't problems, they're symptoms of life in the system.
Screaming from the rooftops, beat down better. Turn us on each other now, no lives matter. If we do what the news wants, blood gon' splatter. Turn us on each other till no lives matter.
The music will make you dumb. The media makes you hate. And they control them both. There ain't no escape. They put the world in a state of chaos. Economy crashing and massive layoffs. Black against white or it's left versus right. Divide and conquer and control is the payoff.
Screaming from the rooftops, beat down better. Turn us on each other now, no lives matter. If we do what the news wants, blood gon' splatter. Turn us on each other till no lives matter.
Want to know the 5 best stocks to trade right now? Then listen up. Clorox.
And each challenge plays a significant role in your life. You get yourself in a position where you start to doubt yourself. You have no faith. You don't trust what's coming next. But there is nothing that could come out of this if you don't have the faith and the capabilities of pushing forward. At this point in your life, you're starting to think more about the impossible rather than the possible. And if things are in a position where you feel that it's impossible for you to carry on, then there won't be any success along the way. Yes, challenges will come. And there are going to be many adversities that you must face. But you don't have the right to give in or to give up. Certain things happen for certain reasons at certain times. But what do? Do you continue to push forward, or do you decide to give up? If you're focusing more on the impossible, then the impossible will consume you and take everything from you. Everything is not going to go the way you want it to go. You have to understand that the struggle must happen. Weakness will come. And all of these things that you are enduring right now in your life is just going to teach you rather than necessarily break you. You don't have to give in to these circumstances, but you can learn from them. You can give it what it needs, but don't give in to the weakness and the satisfaction of giving up. There is nothing that can come of this. There's nothing that you can achieve of this. Don't satisfy the misery. Instead, satisfy the hunger to be more than what you are today. Turn the impossible to the possibility. You must embrace the struggle. You must embrace it and understand it, that it's going to make you a better person. It's going to make you a better man or a better woman. It's going to put you in a position where you know that the work had to be done to get what you wanted out of life. So you made it. You're finally there.
What's up? What's up? What's up, fam? How's everybody doing? I want to put my hat on. There we go. 1 second. It is making me look rad. That's a little better. What's up, guys? Hey, you all. There's a ton of Texas over here. Ludi, what's up, buddy? Been so long. I don't know, 6 months, something. Last time that I talked to you, probably a long time since we traded together, buddy. What's up? How's it going? It's cold in Texas, man. I hope you're staying home if you're Texas. If you're in Texas, it's like freezing, or they said, you know, it's going to be pretty dangerous on the roads. And then again, for us Texans, you know, it's like 45 degrees. It's already freezing. So it's like record-breaking temperatures, though. I think it's close to 32 or something, 29. Let's see. Let me check the chat. What's going on here? 269. So a bunch of people on the stream that are new. You know, I do things a little bit differently from your typical streams, but it always follows the same format. Snowing. Snowing where? Sheesh. Yeah. We got any people from London? Any people from Europe? Oh, Wacko, yeah, that's right. He told me. Okay. What's up, Johan? Man, you guys should be asleep. I appreciate every single one of you. So does Ryan. Whenever he gets here. What? Can I let you in? You're in. Can't make you a panelist, brother. Unless you got something to present. Okay. So I'm just gonna start and begin. And Ryan should get here soon. So for those of you who don't know, I'm Yuri the Fury, the CEO of Furious Snipers, and everything you're gonna hear or see today is strictly our opinion with Ryan. So we're not financially, you know, we don't have a financial license. We're not licensed to be financial advisors or anything. So take it with a grain of salt. Couple of things about me: I don't bullshit, and I don't care for trolls. So if you're here to do that, please leave. Otherwise, I'll have to stop the stream. Nobody's gonna benefit from that. Oh yeah. Johan, let me record this. Very good point. Thank you for reminding me. I always forget. Okay, now I'm recording and streaming on YouTube. If you know, if you want to watch the recording later, you're in our team, that will be shared in our Discord. If you're not in our team, it will be on YouTube. So just search Furious Snipers LC on YouTube. Subscribe. You should get all the live videos because they stay on there under live videos. Okay, so a few things before I begin the actual stream. One, as of now, Johan, how long has it been? Maybe an hour and a half since the market opens. We have officially launched Smart Money Divergence indicator signals group. So the cost for that is $100 a month. And you get all the divergence signals. We got moderators working 24/7, which filter the signals if they're good or bad. So, you know, if you're struggling to find or understand divergence setups and you don't have time to look through the markets, if you're part of that group, now you're basically alerted. You're told this is a good one or a bad one, and then you can analyze it yourself or just copy it and take it. If you want the link to that, DM me. And that's what I'm going to put real fast. I always forget as well. I'm going to put my Instagram, Ryan's Instagram. And our company Instagram. So you can always reach out to any of these on Telegram. I'm the same on Telegram. On Discord, it's Papa Fury. So just DM if you want to be added to that. Second thing, bootcamp is filling up. So me and Mike Azevedo are partnering up for March 20th bootcamp. It's going to be 4 hours long, and it's going to be structure and mindset, divergence, and Wyckoff schematics in depth for our training with case studies. It's going to be recorded. The cost is $300. It's going to be a one-time only that we're doing this. It's going to be badass. So again, if you want the link is in the Instagram profile of mine here, or you can reach out to me and Mike to get it directly. Enough of the infomercials over here. This last week, I don't know how your guys' week was. Mine was fantastic. Started out bad, just break even, Wednesday loss, and then Thursday, Friday, it was like Christmas all over. It was just amazing. Finished the week something roughly with 19%. So not the craziest week, but pretty good. You know, always like 19% in a week. Let's see. Okay, I think that's it. So as far as mindset, I always start out with mindset, and today I just want to bring up a couple of things. Number one, if you're struggling, is what should help you is getting a mentor. But especially if you're an IM or in some group, on Discord group, there is yes, it is Mr. Trump. Trump. 19. Dude, if I was 90%, I would just like, you know, throw a party right now. 90% 1 week is sick. I don't, you know, I'm all transparent, and I definitely never gotten 90%. My best week was 80%, but never 90%, man. Hey, that's something to strive forward to. I'm not in a rush. It's a learning process for everyone. So anyway, for the mindset, like I said, there's a ton of mentors out there, and there's a lot of questions that I get from my students and from others, you know, people that I talk to, is that, you know, there's like Mike Miles, and there's Mike Navarrete, and then there's Zach, and there's Jordan, and there's John Fibonacci, and that's just Trade House, and there's ERTLE, and there's WWA groups and AstroFacts, and all these self-proclaimed gurus and all this stuff. And I'm not dogging on anyone. I'm saying pick something that resonates with you. Pick something that is on the same wavelength, same style of trading. For instance, there's traders like John Fibonacci that probably take one trade in a whole week. Right? That's not, I mean, the guy is amazing. Don't get me wrong, and he can analyze the market. He taught me a lot of things, but it's not my style. I take a lot of trades during the week. You know, they have to have confirmation setups and all, but one, I know how to stack, and two, you know, I'll probably take 8 setups during the week at least, right? 8 big setups, you know, multiply it times stacking, and you got 16, 20 trades during the week, which is too much for some people, and some people think it's crazy, but that's my style, you know. Some people will teach you, you know, to trade one pair. I say, screw that. Pair, one pair, 2 pairs, all pairs, doesn't matter. What matters is you take one setup, literally one setup. Once that setup is in profit, take another setup. If setup presents itself on some pair that you never, you know, never traded. Yeah, Ryan, 1 second. Always forget how to do that. Shoot. Participants. Share video. Boom. You should be good now. Yeah, so if now I completely lost my track of thought, dude. What I was saying.
Sorry, brother.
Yeah, if you oh, it's setups.
were
Yeah,
talking about-
if you
Yep.
take setup in your profit, and then a setup presents itself where you don't ever trade that pair, but the setup is there, the Wyckoff schematic is there, the divergence is there, the quarter point is there, the fibs is there, whatever the hell it is in your confirmation, then why not take it? Just be, oh, I don't usually trade this. So what? Trade it. Also, Tom Kemp, I will tell you that in a minute, but please ask your questions, all of you, in the Q&A so they don't get lost in the chat. And then Ryan and I can answer them either live or directly. But, you know, if I don't see the chat, because I'm going to be looking at my different screen, I have 3 of them here. So, you know, if I'm looking at a different screen, I'm not going to see it. So just put them in the Q&A. Thanks. Sign up for the bootcamp. Join my squad. You'll know what divergence is. No, I'm kidding. I'll answer. Divergence is, think about a road and then a cork in the road, and then you turn around the other way. So you, instead of going one way, you went the other way. That's what a divergence is. We'll go into that in a bit, right? We'll go into it in a bit, what divergences are. So it's what we're talking about. Divergence in itself, like as a concept, if you have something correlated and it's moving in sync with something, and then one thing is diverging from the another, it's doing the opposite, or it's trying to do the opposite. So if you have an RSI or volume or MACD or whatever indicator, and you can, you know, see that, let's say volume is going up and the market's going up, then that's the true trend direction. But if the volume is diminishing and the market keeps going, that means it's probably going to turn around because less people are interested in that direction and buying and or selling. It's about to go a different direction. That's a divergence with an indicator. Divergence that we're talking about is in a market divergences, which is the relative strength of one pair in relation to the other pair. So like GBP USD versus Euro USD. Okay, I'm not gonna answer that quite yet. I will tell you, and just write down this website or go to this website real fast. It's for
And just to add to that, divergence is essentially the idea that we're beginning to create a market shift or a pullback. It just signifies that, and it's a way to tell.
So you see this website, myfxbook.com Forex correlation.
You are not sharing your screen, sir.
Ah, good catch right away, man. I like that. All right, share screen. So you got this website here. And if you know, market correlation on MyFX book, here type in 80%. Okay. Then type in the pairs that you're interested in by selecting them here. And you want Euro USD, GBP USD. So Euro USD on 1 hour, right, currently is almost the same as NZD USD. But if you want GBP USD, 100%, brother, they're only 24% correlated, which means they're going the opposite directions, which means they're diverging. Okay, so that's what I'm going to answer to you now, anonymous attendee. Okay, so let's go into some crazy trades that happened last week. And go into the topic of today, which is basic structure. Okay. So on GU, right? On GU, on a weekly and daily, we're going the same place where I've been talking about for 3 months. We're going to here, right? We need to fill all of this imbalance. Weekly, you can see even better. We're here right now. We're going to this spot over here, probably to about 1.42 is my final target. So we're going into this distribution area in the past, and so we can mitigate and then sell off maybe to here to go higher, or maybe, you know, to keep going in a downward direction, which is the overall trend on like a monthly, right? We're created lower low. We might create lower high here, distribute and drop, or we might just come here and come higher, because we got places to go upstairs. But at the first, we'll definitely have reaction on a weekly in this area, but right now we're still bullish because we haven't even filled all of this imbalance. So I knew that last week as well. Okay, so our divergence indicator, bless its heart, on Friday made a trade that fed the whole family and a couple more families that I shared it with. But it was absolutely insane. And there was so many confirmations. It's one of those things, like I don't need an indicator or anything to tell me when to take the trade. What the advantage of our divergence indicator is I didn't have to seek it, right? It just alerted me and told me, hey, there's a divergence between GU and EU. And I looked at it and I was like, rock and roll. 1 to 30 in like 5 hours. So this is what happened, right? If I put in euro, Jesus, Lord of Jews. Hold on. Boom. If I put in this, we can see, right? We can see that on GBP USD and on Euro USD, we were making lower lows. We were making lower lows. And then GU did this while EU did this. So this is where it alerted me. Now, if you look at what happened here, so it's what it's showing you is that EU now has taken liquidity and is still making a lower low. So it is still very weak against the US dollar. But GU in this case has taken liquidity earlier and now is mitigating and the order flow is shifting. So one thing you can look at is that order flow is shifted and now we are mitigating from the bottom, not from the top. Now, but today's topic is structure. So let's look at 5-minute structure. We have a lag from here to here. This was, at this point in the market, was maintained bearishness. This led to lower low, right? That broke this structure. So now we have a high, a lower low, and then we have this. Now this is where people have problem with structure because they think, oh, well, this is a higher low, and then I'm expecting a higher high, and that's where they get smoked. That's nothing, right? This is in the middle because this is our point of structure. This is what maintains bearishness. So until we break this point, we are, at this point, we are bearish, okay? So then it happens to not break structurally here, just have a liquidity. Maybe it was a break structure, doesn't matter. we wicked in here and, went down. So as soon as this happened, you see this low is lower than this low. So this makes this high a lower high, because this high is lower than this, and this high is what led to break a structure and creating this. So we're still bearish. Okay. So at that point, let me clean it up 1 second. At that point, here, right, at this London action, we can also notice that the Asian low was taken. Cool. And now we can see that the market came here. Now at that point where market came here, it also was a divergence. However, this is what maintains the low here. So until this point now is taken, we are still bearish. So you cannot technically, I mean, you could gamble and get in here and be lucky, but there is no factual evidence that we are bullish. However, when this mitigates and then explodes over here, we now break structure. And as soon as we break structure, we look at what created this break of structure. And it was this here. Final step, identify the order block that created this, that isn't mitigated yet, and it's right here. Divergence got triggered over here. Here's the engulfing candle. Entry 1 is right here. Stop loss underneath here, or 50%, whatever. Go to smaller time frame, find a lower one, and then even smaller stop loss. No drawdown whatsoever. I put originally 5 entries in here. There's still 2 running. But this divergence triggered here. All I needed to wait for is the bullish engulfing candle, which was this, and we got in. So that was a perfect trade. And if you put the 2 together, of course, I'm impatient, my wise. So I actually got in as soon as this thing, because I saw all of this. So I was like, yep, I'm cool. I'm getting in. So this was my stop loss. It was 3 pips here. And my first target profit was where that line is, which was 1 to 20. And on my funding talent account that I passed just yesterday, or not yesterday, Friday, part of the thing, you have to close the trade on Friday on a demo, because they get you a new demo after a month. And the real account, though, you can hold it. I just found out you can hold it through Friday as well, which is awesome. So on my personal account, I still have this running. It's almost at 1 to 30 now. So that was the amazing GU trade. Prior to that, on the same pair. Now, so I understand that on 1 hour, the structure was bullish, and all of this, right? So let's say this is your low, this is your high. All of this in between is nothing more than what's called a complex pullback. Complex pullback meaning doing this as opposed to doing that. But we're still between here and here, so I knew we're bullish as well. So if 1 hour is bullish and 5 minutes is bearish, all I need to wait for is when this turns into, breaks structure and becomes bullish. Then you can add divergence here. You can add Wyckoff accumulation here. You can add all of these confirmations for the one person who asked me about confirmations. Structure, number 1. Order flow, number 2. Divergence, number 3. Wyckoff, number 4. And 5, confluence of things. That's it. I no longer use Fibonacci. I don't longer use quarter points, but if I see those, that can be added to the list too, especially 80-20 levels and whole levels. So that's my confirmation list for you. Okay, so Where are we at? Where are we at? Oh yeah, I wanted to show what happened before that. Not that's wrong there. Cool. So Euro USD. The divergence indicator also triggered this one. The divergence between here and here, as you can see, probably hard to see. Let me. Okay, I'm gonna remark everything anyway. Okay, so the divergence between here and here cause higher high, lower high, higher high, higher high. So could have sold here. Of course, understanding that structure is bullish on a higher time frame, and this is not gonna go for as much as this is gonna go for, because we still have that weekly imbalance to fill. So understanding that this divergence is way better than that, because structure ties into smart money. You understand? You want to get in right here, not right here, because the expansion lag will always be bigger than that retracement. You want to get in here if there is a divergence as opposed to here. You can still get in here if you understand what you're doing, just understanding that it's going to go to some kind of order block in here, possibly previous reaccumulation area or something, as opposed to like going breaking this. So that was the second trade on GU, but before that we had silver. And that trade was baby. Baby, it was good. Same story. Same story. Divergence triggered, I think, over here. Perfect. You could have entered here with huge stop loss, so you could have waited for this mitigation, get in here or get in here with stop loss underneath here. Boom, you had the third entry, re-entry here as well. Of course, it was late Friday, so that's up to you if you want to enter there. I did on my demo account because it one last push to get me a little more into a real account on Finding Talent. Anywho, so then once again, if you want confirmations, I mean, it's all over. This right here, this right here is Wyckoff reaccumulation. This right here is the creek and a jump and a test. If you want to look at this, you can also see the basics. This is where the money is sitting. Came and wrecked it. I mean, it was all over again. This, you know, it took us, I don't know, Johan, what it was like 6 months to build this thing, this indicator. It's pretty intense, guys. It's freaking amazing. So this was the silver trade, pretty simple and exploded. It was just beautiful. And if you know what silver is like, it's significant moves. Let's see, next, NAS pissed me off on Wednesday, got it back on Thursday. So on this one, NASDAQ, this trade also happened. Well, like I said, Wednesday I missed it because the divergence indicator gave the alert here, but this was before market open, number one. And number two, I saw an opportunity to get in here. And as you can see, it like I don't know, missed me maybe by 3 pips or something. Accounting spread maybe 5. It didn't get to. I wanted it to get over there, but I had my my entry there. It just didn't reach it. So I was really pissed off because what happened afterwards would have been a $20,000 day. And I was really angry. But I saw this. Where are they in drawdown? What is that? What is this? For those of you who know Mike Azevedo or who know Wyckoff, this is a perfect distribution. So if this is a UTAD and this is the test, that LPSY is what's missing. And this is where they got in because this is a major crazy sell-off. So you can mark out an IFC and get in here, which is exactly where I got in. Ah, Jesus. Get in here, right? Here or here. And I was able to catch this. That was my first TP at Asian midline and these equal lows. I took half and then I basically closed the position here. So half was here, half was here. It's indexes, so I am very, very personally careful when I take the sell. I would much rather take a buy. All right, so I don't know if there was a divergence there. Again, there might have been, but I was so much in profit in other pairs. Oh yeah, there was. Yeah. Of course. I don't think this one was caught by the indicator. Buy US 30. I don't think this was caught because it's mostly flat market and you know, you don't want to do it in a flat market. And I don't know, it's not really flat, but maybe it did catch it. I didn't pay attention to this. This would have been a good buy, and here's another mitigation buy on NAS, but I didn't take it. That's a good to see though in retrospective. Perfect. What else? There was a Bitcoin trade just now over the weekend, I guess, but I didn't trade it. Boom. Yeah, so here was the first trade for a sell. Here was the second trade for a buy for Ethereum both times. Yeah, and I think I lost one and I can't even remember. I think it was somewhere here on Wednesday, because Wednesday is when I lost. It was something here with this divergence somewhere. It just clapped me and then went my direction anyway, so whatever. That was not advertised or anything. I just took the position. We do lose sometimes. Okay. So with structure though, since today's topic is structure, I want you two guys to understand, right? Understand this. Doesn't matter the asset. Let's go to AU. Right? People lose for one reason only, or two reasons only, right? They either chase after a train or stand before the train. You pick. You don't run fast enough, or you're just gonna get killed. So both of them are not really good. So instead, just wait at your stop and hop in when the train stops. I don't know if this is the best analogy, but that's what I got. That's what I got for you. So on a daily here, you can see how crazy bullish AU is. So if you are selling, you are delusional, right? On a daily, we are bullish as hell. The 4 hour, once again, if we look at structure, we look at last low, right? Mitigation, so last low that created this high. It's here. So right now we're sitting between, well, technically, yeah, we're sitting between this point and this point. We go to 1 hour, structure is a little bit different. We were still bullish and we mitigated out of here. So now this is all liquidity, all of this point. So, but then we mitigated here, and this low eventually created this high that broke the structure. So we are we're still bullish on this 1 hour. Okay, so we're still bullish on this 1 hour. And I think we'll remain bullish. Because like we said, right, the weekly, what is going on weekly? We have the same thing as we have on GU, as we have on EU. We have this point here that where we going, right? So we still got some time. This is like 300 pips still to go up before we potentially might turn around. But if we don't, we still got a ton of imbalances here on the weekly to go to. We are on AU at like the lowest point ever since 2003. So we need to break this to go higher, and I do think we will. But at the very least, we got to get to mitigate out of here. And so we're bullish. So you got to look for the buys. Now here, current situation, this is still very bullish. If we break this high, right? If this is Wyckoff distribution and we're distributing somewhere out of here or out of here, then we're gonna wait for the break of structure to the downside, retracement back, and then catching a trade somewhere in the FC. However, in this case, even if this is distribution, we need to come to my points of interest here and here, and I think have at the very least reaction, or maybe this will turn into a failed distribution and reaccumulation, and then we can catch a buy here or here and come higher. Because structure-wise, this right here is what created all of this. So this was the lag, right? This was one lag just with complex pullbacks that maintained bearishness, and we broke it. So because we broke it, this is the new lag that we're in on 1 hour. This is the new lag that we're in. Buying here is stupid because then you're just gambling and you're buying high. Buying here would be amazing. Buying here is possible because this was reaccumulation on a smaller time frame. So if we come here, right? Oh, Jesus, my mouse is not listening. So if this is redistribution of some kind and we do this and come here and then come to this point and start mitigating and then do some kind of schematic or a divergence, something, then this would be a reaccumulation, a creek, and all that stuff. So this would be a failed distribution turn accumulation. So you got to monitor this area for a potential schematic or something of the sort, right? Add another result, boom. But expect it to, have a small reaction and keep going into here, mitigate and go. That's my sort of analysis on AU. We did have a sniper who clapped this. I believe, from recognizing this as a redistribution. And I believe he literally sniped this on a Friday late, because this was redistribution here. And I believe he sniped it structure-wise. Again, if we're looking at structure, and I'm just staying on 1 hour, the same thing is happening on 4 hour. On daily, it's actually bullish, but everything else was bearish. I tell you that. And again, what's maintaining bearishness in here? Right, it's this high right here that created this low. All of this is just a complex pullback into the IFC. Then we have a sell-off. Boom. This created a lower low. This is the what's maintaining bearishness. So it just came here, again redistributed, again dropped, again redistributed, again dropped. It doesn't give you much to pull up to. It's redistribution that you need to recognize and trade on the smaller time frames or seeing divergences. And it kept going down, and then accumulation, and we started breaking structure to the top. Now here, again, this to me looks like a perfect reaccumulation again. And besides the divergence that happened and we took GU, you could have taken EU as well on a Friday if you recognized that this is pretty much a creek and a jump. So once again, because of where we're at, I wouldn't advise you do anything. Instead, understand that we're still bearish on here. But even though we're still bearish, so the best thing scenario, like, I mean, we did break this, the order flow has shifted because we did break internal structure here, and we have a ton of targets, you know, here. So I wouldn't even sell it if it until it got to there. So ideally for me, I would want to see something like a break into here, and then something like this, you know, get in here and come up. But from this point, this is not like, this is garbage. So I gotta see what the London does in order for me to trade New York. And this to me is starting to look like we are playing with the lows to go higher, meaning reaccumulating. Right? Right. Okay, so I think we're going to be bullish. But, you know, low of the week is usually formed by Tuesday. A lot of times it's on Monday, like here. So I won't be surprised if we're going to come down, mitigate, and come higher. Again, got to watch divergence because we were going down. For all you know, it's going to do this or something like this while GU will be coming down, or EuroJPY. Oh, there was one more I forgot to show. GU against GJ in that divergence that I showed, the very first thing. My old notes. GJ also diverged with GU. Structurally, it looked the same. We had a high, and this was a complex pullback into this IFC here. Okay, and we were on 5 minutes. Boy, this is ugly. Hang on one second. Yeah, so we were moving down, and you can see we're moving down. We're moving down. we're moving down, moving down, we're moving down, we're moving up. See that? So you could have seen that. You can have seen that. You can have seen that. All kinds of things. You could have seen the 1.4460 level. All kinds of things you could have seen, but just structure-wise, which is what we're discussing today, here's the high that maintains the bearishness on 5 minutes. We break it here. We mitigate if it's too hard to see. We break this part of structure here. And then, Jesus. And then we can see the last candle here, right? If you thought this is mitigated, fine, you could get in here somewhere. Even that under some standards is 10 pips is considered good. I like something better. Personally, I like this beauty. For those of you who don't know, the true order block, or where the orders sit, is always going to be the last candle that gets engulfed with imbalance. And that is this candle here, because between this wick and this wick, there's still tiny imbalance. So you get in here, you almost have no drawdown, and what is that? 2 pips? No, less than 2 pips, like 1.8 pips drawdown, and you're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. So if you prefer GJ to GU, be my guest. So all of this, let's say it's 5 pips, and you're going for already over almost 200 pips up. Like, yeah. I raise my case. 1 to 25, something. So same thing as with GU, just a little bit more precision work. Okay. That is it from what I have personally gotten into. Like I said, Monday and Tuesday were literally nothing. I was just getting stopped out at break even because the market was just barely moving. There's no volume in the market currently due to the fact that they're all waiting on the decision to be made on the stimulus. Okay, so I'm gonna take some questions right now, because that is all I had planned for today. Unless you guys want to take a look at some pairs in the market, I could do that too. If you look at GU, obviously we're going where I said we're going. We're bullish as hell. So currently we're in this leg. Right, we reaccumulated here all of the end of the Friday, and now we're just keep pushing. So I'm expecting the Asian range to form, it to make a high, grab the high, come back here. So if I'm looking to the first entry I would get into, probably will be somewhere here. Oh, okay, so probably will be somewhere here. I don't even see anything there, but there is so much stuff sitting under here that this to me looks like an amazing opportunity to get in right here. Right, this is where it started. This is where everything else is mitigated. This is Asian midline here. So I really like this for it to come down to over here, and if we have can have a re-entry. I don't know if we're gonna get the opportunity or if it's just gonna mitigate here. This is why I got to see what happens during London tonight. So that's what I'm seeing on GU. So this would possibly be. I don't like to guess. Like I would need to see, obviously, a divergence, a schematic, an order flow shift, something. Because right now we're so bullish, it's crazy. Like I'm not getting into anything. There's no point of gambling. So this is GU. Let's see what gold is doing. Now gold, I'm a little conflicted because I see this as the accumulation, and I see this already as an LPSY to go just to here and then drop more, because I do believe on gold we are in another redistribution, this yellow square. And if you look, even though, so again, let's look at structure, right? Looking at structure, this is what made the low and mitigated out of here, right? So now all of this is liquidity. Then we mitigate out of here and we kind of doing nothing. But if we're looking overall, we're still bearish from here. We don't know because this did not break structure to the bottom. So we're playing some Tetris, which is what we did here the same way, right? This here did not break structure, then came up, mitigated, and then dropped. So very possible that this is gonna come up, mitigate from here, this line here, and then drop, or it could just come lower, because on the 15-minute, this here is what maintains bearishness. This was the redistribution. So this is redistribution that's missing a task, which would come when we get to this area. So I think this is redistribution in itself with, with going to be a giant leap up to go down, right? So I'm looking here, 1840 area, like 1840 area to get down. But I will need a shift, because right now we are bullish. We're mitigating from this order block, so we'll see what happens. Once again, not in a rush until New York, which is why I like New York more than London, even though sometimes moves happen during London. I don't mind it anymore because I get to see what Asia does. I get to see what London does. Based on that, it's almost like taking a cake from a baby trading New York. So I want to align myself with the best advantage that I can when I trade. I don't know about you. Okay, so that's gold. These great, man. Look at that, freaking crazy work in here. Crazy NASDAQ. NASDAQ is up. So we're an all-time high, as always. With NASDAQ, it's like it's been like that for months. We've been breaking all-time highs. So not looking for sells just yet. Only temporarily, always. We got, even if we drop like all the way from here, it'll be a drop like this, but we'll drop into this area. Once again, this is where we started from. So here is where our source is. That is the low that broke these highs to make a new high. This was the breaker. The breaker is where the structure was broken, but also an FU that took this before coming down, before coming up. That's where the manipulation happened. So you could put an alert here, see what it does here, and have a house sitting somewhere in this area with like stop loss below this. Oh yeah. And then of course I see this is much better. Multi-time frame confluence. To me, this is always a trap. I've seen this too many times that people will get confused, because if you look 5 minutes and 15 minutes, this is the lag. We did mitigate here after a break of structure, which is why I'm going to look for an entry here first, but only market order wise. Pending order, pending as in, I'm putting it and forgetting it, where I'm putting the house will be here. This 13,698, 13,674, that's a little more than I like, 24 points, but reduce the lot size, do 24 points. And then I would look for a better or like a higher entry somewhere in here. If it gives me reaction, divergence, Wyckoff schematic, something in here. Okay. So that's how I would trade, is watch what it does and wait. Just be patient and wait. Market will show its cards, because there's nothing here in this whole lag that can stop the price. Nothing. Until this, literally this little order block here. But the reason I think this might, the structure wise, it might still be here, but NASDAQ is wild. If you ever traded NASDAQ, or if you've been trading NASDAQ for a while, you know how it works. Is it does this wick like this, and then will come back and form like a big FU like this. So, but if you look at lines, the structure will be here, which will be maintained, but the wick was going all the way here. So it would take these small orders underneath here, mitigate and go. But definitely still bullish on indexes. Okay, that is it for us. Let's take some questions. If you got any, shoot them anywhere you want, because I'm paying attention now. If there's no questions, I got to tell you one more time. Bootcamp March 20th, divergence signals indicator came out today. So it's open for customers, $100 a month, $50 if you're part of our gang. If you like what you see, if you want to just subscribe to YouTube. If you want to just say hi or find out about more what Furious Sniper is about, or anything at all, if you want to just be my friend and be Brian's friend, reach out on Instagram. Thank you guys all for coming, especially people from Europe. That's it. Thank you, Ryan. All right, I'm gonna wait for any questions. Thank you guys. Oh, if anyone got any value from today's call, please post at least one in the chat. Appreciate it. Hey, love. Thank you guys. If you want to see a particular pair, just paste it. I can analyze any pair for you if you want. We still got time. Thoughts on Bitcoin? Bitcoin, with the Elon Musk behind it, probably bullish. I still have my orders sitting in 19.5 and 24, but now it's been so crazy going to almost 50,000. Oh, it didn't reach it. It's actually starting to look like distribution a little bit. Just created the range though. So if this is, yeah. If this is the range, this is buying climax, AR, ST, UT, This is MSAL. But because it's so fast, it needs time to develop. And because it's so fast, this makes me think it's again reaccumulating again. And so we're going to have, this is nothing more than just a pullback. And we might have something like this as far as the creek. Yep, get into here. Get into here, get into here. Probably get here, do shakeout, jump the creek, and still coming up. So I think this is what I really think. The reason I don't think this is distribution is because when we break the range to the top like this, and then right away break the range to the bottom, it's too fast, right? That means they still have control of bullish market. Otherwise they would stall it for way longer and the UTAD would be right here. So to me, this is what's happening. This is the oh my God, hang on.
Yeah, they need a little time to wring the rag. Get all the money out of you if they can.
Yeah, so I think they're just taking some of the profits, reaccumulating, and gonna keep going up. I don't know where, because we're also at all-time high on this. Buying climax here, AR here, and then we got ST and local selling climax, and we got this resistance area here, and this is the creek starting. This is the creek starting in here. Okay, so watch for an entry out of here, which is what, 47,600 somewhere. Watch for this here. Be a schematic here, or a divergence with Ethereum, or a divergence with LTC, but it will happen somewhere here. Is that cool? Whoever asked Bitcoin, Mason? Cool. Yes, sir. As far as EuroCAD, USDZAR, man, what are you trading that for? What's the spread on that? I don't know. I never traded that. All right, so same thing, guys. Like, doesn't matter what you trade. Start out from weekly. Figure out what structure is doing. Okay, on the weekly, we're right at the IFC, or right at the place where we could turn around, but we're not really making any reaction. So this is already all taken care of. So like, I would say it's going to keep going down on the weekly, right? Because now we're creating liquidity here. We're not breaking it yet, but we're creating liquidity. It could come up here and shift, but currently we're bullish, but it's getting close. It's getting close. On the daily, we're definitely bearish now. Well, yeah, because this was an attempt, and now we're breaking it again. Everything's clean. Yeah, we're going at, on the daily, from what it looks like, we're going at least here. So I would be looking for a sell on USD SAR. USD in general is still bearish, like I said. If you look at DXY or look at anything, US dollar is getting weak, continuing to be weak. And on like a weekly part, right? It might be reaccumulating, but it's got to get a test. So for the test, you got some time to go. And I do think this is reaccumulation or redistribution, just like this. So it's very choppy. But yeah, USDZAR, I would be looking for shorts if I were you. Let's look at 1 hour structure. Once again, nothing to go off here except for structure wise, you have the high that made the low. So just continue and being bearish, even on the hour. If you're going for a sell, look for a sell in this area. Right? Look for a sell in this area. Don't try to get in earlier than this. This looks beautiful. Oh my God, this looks beautiful. I don't trade this, but this looks beautiful. So for me, I would put a small position here and Rolls Royce over here. Definitely Rolls Royce over here if you want to be super cool and get on the doji. What's this? $12 pips. Ah, look at this beauty. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Look at that. That's your entry, brother. Just wait till it gets there. I don't know what this is. It's like less than 1 pip or something. I don't know. I don't know how to read USDZAR. Never traded that in my life, but that's where I would enter right here. The previous redistribution. Perfect. Okay, oh shit. I just spilled some water. EuroCAD. EuroCAD is also bearish here. Where, man, come on. Tell me how many million of people are right now buying this. It's like everyone's buying it. Yeah, so if everyone's buying it here, I would not even budge until it gets here. Okay, this is not a good price action for me. Yeah, we're just concentrating. We're building liquidity. That's all we're doing. All right, we're building liquidity here. Everything's clean and mitigated. Honestly, I think this is just going to do this and just die. Because I don't see anything where it would pull up to. Other than this, if we can get somehow spike into there. But most likely I see this just doing absolutely nothing and tanking. And if this one fails all the way down there, but most likely it will come here and have at the very least a reaction like this. Maybe it'll come here to a schematic. It'll come here, here, and then drop. Bearish for me. EuroCAD is bearish. EURUSD is bullish. Just because Canadian dollars, man, is weak. So like USD CAD, I would also be bullish, which is only one USD that I'm bullish on, kind of temporarily. Canadian dollars, really good. Structure-wise, like I said, if we're still on a larger time frame, on like 1 hour, we're still technically bullish, and on like higher time frame, we are bullish from right here, like I said, right? So low broke to the high, higher low in the middle of everything. So I think to be honest, this would be your best entry when it gets here. This would be the perfect buy from here. You clean all of the liquidity before, but before it does, it will definitely have a reaction from this point, because every single, now maybe you write this down, every single significant bullish order block has to have a reaction and mitigation equal to the manipulation size. So this black candle here will be equal to the reaction at the very least. If the market doesn't turn around and just comes to the breaker, it will then, after it reacts from here into here, where's my tool? Yeah, so if it comes here, it will definitely react. It might do this, or it might come to this lower block. And from here is where I would look for reversal to come here. So that's my analysis on EuroCAD. This is currently the worst time to do anything. I think we're bearish for now. Overall, we're already turning around into a bullish trend. So, you know, gotta wait till it gets to these two areas to be looking for a buy. If it comes higher, if it goes up right now after just taking the small liquidity, then I would definitely be looking for a sell from here, from this area, if I were you. Because you know, this is a perfect perfect Asian midline after taking the highs. This would be a perfect way to continue down. So XRP, what is that? Not something like what's it called? Yes, sir. What's XRP? What's the Ripple? That's it. Man, I had a brain fart. The most inflated currency in the world. Yeah, Ripple. Crypto Ripple. Cripple. Ryan, can you remove these for now?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Dude, this is my Bitcoin. I already said Ripple coming down, dude. Coming down right now. Hard. Think about where Bitcoin is and what I said about Bitcoin. So where?
Why won't it go away?
Really? I can't use the tool on the lower chart? What the hell? Yeah, so if Bitcoin is coming here or here or here, it's got a lot of distance to cover. And on this side, you got people, think about what people are doing, right? People are looking for support resistance areas. Where is support resistance areas? Resistance, turn support, fake out, support with a fake out, support, right? So if you are buying from this area, where's your stop loss? Here's your stop loss. Here's your stop loss. Here's your stop loss. So without getting into super analysis, I would say this Asian midline underneath here is one area I'll be looking to buy. If it breaks that, man, such a choppy pair. Oh yeah, this looks really good. So here's one area to look for a reversal. If it breaks this, all the way over here. So wait till liquidity is grabbed from where it's about to get grabbed. Wait for liquidity to get grabbed underneath this wick as well. Then look for a reaction or entering here. If it comes like this, break, reaction, break, reaction, break, reaction, enter, or wait for this to be broken, retracement, and go, right? Look for divergence with Bitcoin or Wyckoff in here, something like that. This is also 52 equal 52 equal level right there, exactly 52, 0.52, 0.520000. So that's where I would enter. But you know, you got to point out the obvious, and the obvious is this is where people putting their money. Where's the money? All right, any other pairs? All right, good. Everyone, this was fun. I will see you next Sunday. Keep it real. Sign up for bootcamp, sign up for Divergence Indicator, sign up for our group. Don't sign up, I don't care. Say hi. I love you all. Peace.
Take care, guys. Reach out to us. We'll talk.
I think that was good.
Yeah.
Stay on the line, Ryan, for a sec.